Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Fred Razak at CMTrading. Today is December 6th, 2017, and today is Wednesday morning. So looking at the economic events of the day, we're going to start out at 4:15 South African time. ADP, non-farm payroll change. Okay, the ADP is automated data processing. It's a processing company in the United States that processes payrolls. So it's a preliminary number really for the non-farm payroll numbers that are coming up on Friday. So it is an important number, especially if we do have any surprises. So that's an important number to keep on the radar later today. And then at 6 o'clock South African time, big number coming out of Canada, rate change. Central Bank of Canada will have this interest rate change. So that's an important number to just be aware of. Okay, and we'll take a look at the graph in just a second. And then at 6:30, we have weekly oil inventories, crude oil inventories number coming out. So that's an important number as well. And we'll see some clarity in the direction of oil. Now let's see what's been happening in the markets. So we're taking a look here at the EURUSD, and it's really pretty much been in a 50 pip range. Okay, so we sold off yesterday quite sharply. The day before yesterday, and we just, we've been making these, small pivots between our ranges. Okay, the extremity at 1880 on the upside and 18-ish flat on the downside. So in retrospect, for the past 3 days, we've been in a 80 pip range, okay, which is a little bit difficult, on the bigger scale to make money, but on a smaller scale on scalping, definitely opportunities abound, especially when the momentum starts hitting in and you see that we're, breaking certain levels, especially when we're breaking potential support levels, minor support levels, and we're at the top of the range. So this is beautiful if you're trading the high probability trades. You're shorting the top of the move at 1870-ish level, 1880-ish level, and you're covering closer to the 1820-ish level. That's a 60 pip range, okay, so that's pretty good, all right, altogether. We're bouncing right now at 1837-ish level after retracing down to 1800-ish level. So the point is that on Friday, we'll have some more clarity in the direction of which the euro is going to go versus the dollar vis-a-vis the NFP report that's due. So I would, it's going to be choppy kind of trading. If you're scalping it, great. And if you see some opportunity, you see that it's breaking certain minor support and resistance levels, definitely an opportunity there. GBPUSD, not as strong, okay? We had this nice rally last week. We're developing this nice neckline, okay, at this 134.18-ish, 14-ish level, okay, as you can see here. So, again, I don't think we'll have a directional move until the news comes out from the United States later this week. Now, looking at the USDCAD, and this I actually kind of like, because what's happening here is that we're developing this really sharp neckline, okay, with some decent level here. So that's something to keep an eye out, especially when there's rate decisions coming out. We may see a pop-up, okay, right here. But if we do break down, okay, just keep in mind that we have a support level at 121. So there is some movement on the downside that it could potentially go up to. So, altogether, I think everybody's waiting for this rate decision for the USDCAD to come out for the Bank of Canada to have some directional move. Now, looking at the Dow Jones, okay, we're looking at a daily chart. Okay, so we've gone up over 6,000 points on a daily chart, okay, and that's coming almost to the end of last year. And basically, we're now trading, okay, about 400 points lower than our all-time highs. We took a little bit of a turn yesterday and the day before, and overnight, we've accumulated a retracement of over 400 points, excuse me. So that's, it's significant, but in the lighter scheme of things, in the bigger scheme of things, it's almost irrelevant, because the market is retracing only 400 points after going up 7,000 points. It's a small retracement in view of everything. Now, this is very indicative of going into the last 3 weeks of the year. We generally sold off just before Christmas time, just barely, and then there's this massive rally between Christmas and New Year's. So, that's historically the case. I'm not going to say that it's specifically the case this year, but as you can see, things are playing out according to, historical data. So, we're trading right below this 30-day moving average. Maybe we'll see a little bit of a bounce. I don't think that we'll recover this 24,500-ish level in the next couple of days, but I do think that we're going to be trading within a new range here, maybe between 24,000 and 24,500-ish level as the week progresses. So keep an eye on this, okay, especially with the NFP coming out on Friday. It's going to be very, very important as the news actually comes out. Looking at the DAX, again, it's been lackluster, okay, not much doing here. It's gapping down right here at the bottom of its range this morning. And, if it does break this 1292-ish level again, okay, 12922 level, then we may see it go back down to 1283. Okay, so it's either telling me it's not trading, okay, because when the US market sells off, I expect the DAX to sell off even more because it hasn't broke out new highs, relative weakness, but it hasn't. So then it kind of gives me an indication that we're just trading in a range, and there's a little bit of lack of direction for the DAX until there's some sort of impetus to take us either up or downwards. So that's something to keep an eye out. Now looking at oil here, oil's been trading at $57 a barrel. Now this is shy of $59 a barrel that we traded over the last couple of weeks, and we're closely making this way into $60 a barrel. Okay, now we haven't stopped the momentum necessarily, okay, even though you see 2 bars down, okay, which means that there are 2 weeks of retracements here, but altogether we've rallied very nicely from 42 to 57. That's a big move, okay, especially percentage wise for the price of oil. So keep an eye on this as well as this resolve itself, especially with the inventory number coming out later today. Now looking at gold, it broke this level at 1270. Okay, we're trading at the bottom of this range. I don't believe that this is considered like breaking the support level. I would see more breaking the 1263-ish level as breaking the support level, which we haven't really made. But ultimately this could go either way, especially with the NFP report coming out on Friday. So ultimately, this is still a tentative buy at these levels. I would actually look to buy maybe a little bit small to see that it actually firming up here. And once I see that it is firming up, I'd look to get a little bit heavier, especially if it went above this 1270-ish level. But altogether, it's been kind of trading just in a range, all right? And it has to make some directional move. We tried to make this breakout on this 1293 level. We faltered, and therefore we came back to 1270. Now the question is are there enough buyers to keep this above 1267? If we do not, okay, if we do not maintain this level, then we could definitely see it go further down to 1230-ish level. So keep an eye on this as well as this resolves itself. This is Fred Razak. I want to wish you guys a great trading day. Thank you.